Thank you, Chair. Minister Courtney, Minister Tewani, Secretary General Vargas, dear colleagues. It's my great pleasure to join all of you today at the 4th India SICA Foreign Ministers meeting. It has been 8 long years since we last met, and the world has changed considerably in this period. What has remained unchanged, however, is our friendship and our commitment. We admire the role played by SICA in Central American regional integration, and thank you collectively and individually for the valuable support that you have extended to forging a strong relationship as well as supporting India in various international and multilateral forums. My presence here today is a testimony not just of our strong ties, but of our desire to seek closer ones not just in words, but in actions, policies, and cooperation. As developing countries, we share common perspectives and challenges, and we are confronted with common global challenges. In the language of the COVID era, I can say that we are suffering from the COVID and the Ukraine conflict, but we also have to deal with pre-existing conditions. And these are climate change, poverty reduction, and food and energy security, amongst others. It is with that in mind that Prime Minister Modi took the initiative of holding the Voice of Global South Summit of 125 nations, in which many of you participated. And the underlying thinking, in the words of Prime Minister Modi, was that no group, and this message was addressed to the G20, that no group should claim leadership without thinking of those most affected. So, soliciting the views of the Global South, fashioning our own positions based on what many of you have conveyed to us, we deemed this as essential in our responsibility as the G20 chair. 2023, of course, is a very special year because of this presidency, but it is also a year of exceptional responsibility because we take up this responsibility at a time when East-West polarization is very strong and North-South divides are getting deeper. The underlying theme of our presidency, of course, is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is a family. And again, we have sought to translate this into practical action, which many of you saw for yourselves during the COVID through the Vaccine Maitri, the Vaccine Friendship Initiative, which amongst others focused on this region. I speak of the G20 at some length because all of us, in one way or the other, are going to be affected by what the G20 does or does not do. And again, I bring to your attention the thinking of Prime Minister Modi, whose view is that let not the issues that we cannot resolve come in the way of those that we can. So today, we are gathered here, certainly as countries with strong bilateral ties, as a partnership between India and SICA as a grouping, as an expression of the common South-South cooperation to which we are all committed, but also as part of our larger commitment to build a fairer and more just international order. Colleagues, energy and food security are perhaps the two most immediate global challenges that the South faces. But again, there are the longer-term trends, the priorities which will go beyond food and energy security, including those of development, of growth, of trade, of investment, of employment, of poverty reduction. And I can assure you that India will be doing more, India is doing more, and we would like to see that translated particularly into our particular relationships. I also know that SICA member states have a particular focus on climate change, and you are very proud custodians of extraordinary biodiversity. From the Indian perspective, I would like to flag 2 notable initiatives we took, the International Solar Alliance and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Many of you are members, certainly of the Solar Alliance. I would urge all of you to not just look at both of them, but also to see how best you can take more advantage of it. A third initiative which I would like to bring to your attention is the declaration by the UN of the International Year of Millets. We believe that a substantial expansion of global production of millets has the potential to address food security on a lasting basis. Not just food security, but also nutritional security, because it is a good source of iron, vitamins, and micronutrients. Millets have been part of our tradition for many centuries. And certainly the world would be better served if we were to revive that. If I were to turn to a somewhat different subject, with each one of our SICA partners, I'm also conscious that you host a community of people of Indian origin. I want to take the opportunity to say that this community today forms a very effective bridge between us, and we certainly appreciate very much the space and the role and the opportunities for contribution that you have given to this community. So, in conclusion, let me emphasize that today it is a new India that seeks to partner the SICA, an India that is a digital deliverer, that is an enthusiast of startups, that is a pharmacy of the world, that is a growing manufacturing power, that is a climate leader, and that is a science and technology partner. Our motto for the G20 is One Earth, One Family, One Future, and the same spirit we bring to the SICA deliberations. Thank you very much.